Recent advances in material science and technology have led to the rise of smart fabrics, which are textiles embedded with sensors and tiny digital components. Unlike traditional clothing, these fabrics can monitor a person's body temperature, track heart rate, and even generate electricity from movement. For example, athletes are now using shirts that provide real-time feedback on muscle activity, helping them improve training efficiency. In healthcare, doctors may soon monitor patients remotely by simply analyzing data from their clothes. Beyond health and sports, the fashion industry is experimenting with garments that change color based on mood or environment. While these fabrics are currently expensive and not widely available, experts believe costs will fall as production improves. In the future, clothing will not just be about comfort or style but will also serve as an intelligent tool to improve health, performance, and everyday life. The lecture was mainly about smart fabrics. The speaker explained that these are textiles with sensors that can monitor body temperature, track heart rate, and even generate electricity from movement. Furthermore, it was highlighted that athletes and doctors can use them for performance and health monitoring, and fashion designers are exploring interactive clothing. In summary, the lecture emphasized that although still expensive, smart fabrics could revolutionize daily life by making clothing intelligent and multifunctional. Ocean currents play an essential role in regulating Earth's climate system. Warm currents, such as the Gulf Stream, transport heat from the equator toward colder regions, while cold currents bring cool water from the poles toward the tropics. This circulation helps balance global temperatures and influences rainfall patterns across continents. When these currents shift, the effects can be dramatic. For instance, El Niño events disrupt normal circulation, leading to floods in some countries, severe droughts in others, and even stronger hurricanes. Scientists are now deeply concerned that climate change and melting polar ice could weaken or even halt major currents, causing unpredictable weather patterns and rising sea levels. Monitoring ocean circulation has therefore become a top priority for researchers. Understanding how these systems function is not only important for predicting climate but also for protecting food security, coastal populations, and global economies. The lecture was mainly about ocean currents and their influence on climate. The speaker explained that warm and cold currents circulate heat across the globe and also mentioned that changes in these currents can cause events like El Niño, leading to floods, droughts, and storms. Furthermore, it was highlighted that scientists fear climate change may disrupt circulation and cause rising sea levels. In summary, the lecture emphasized that studying ocean currents is critical for predicting weather and protecting human societies.
Long before the invention of modern libraries, ancient civilizations developed remarkable ways to collect and preserve knowledge. One of the most famous examples was the Library of Alexandria in Egypt, which housed hundreds of thousands of scrolls and attracted scholars from across the Mediterranean. In Mesopotamia, clay tablets inscribed with laws, myths, and trade records were carefully stored for future generations. These early libraries were not only about keeping information safe but also about spreading culture, stimulating debate, and advancing scientific thought. Unfortunately, many ancient collections were destroyed by wars, fires, or neglect, and a significant portion of human history was lost. However, the legacy of these libraries remains powerful. They laid the groundwork for today's knowledge-sharing institutions, and remind us of the importance of preserving information.
The lecture was mainly about ancient libraries. The speaker explained that the Library of Alexandria stored thousands of scrolls and also mentioned that Mesopot 5889 Amia preserved information on clay tablets. Furthermore, it was highlighted that these collections advanced culture and science but many were destroyed, resulting in loss of history. In summary, the lecture emphasized that ancient libraries laid the foundation for modern knowledge sharing and highlighted the importance of preserving information. In recent years, the concept of space mining has moved from science fiction to scientific possibility. Asteroids are known to contain valuable minerals such as platinum, nickel, and rare earth elements, which are crucial for modern technologies like smartphones and renewable energy systems. Some companies are already exploring the potential of sending robotic missions to extract these resources. Advocates argue that space mining could solve resource shortages on Earth and even create new industries in space. However, critics point out challenges, including high costs, legal disputes over ownership, and environmental risks. International treaties do not clearly define who has the rights to exploit space resources, making regulation complicated. Despite these obstacles, governments and private investors are pouring money into research. If successful, space mining could transform both the global economy and humanity's long-term presence beyond Earth.
The lecture was mainly about space mining. The speaker explained that asteroids contain valuable minerals and mentioned that companies are considering robotic missions to extract them. Furthermore, it was highlighted that there are challenges like high costs, legal issues, and environmental risks. In summary, the lecture emphasized that although space mining faces obstacles, it could transform the economy and human presence in space.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, is rapidly changing the way people learn and teach. In classrooms, AI-driven platforms can adapt to each student's strengths and weaknesses, offering personalized learning paths. For example, if a student struggles with mathematics, the system provides extra exercises while moving faster in subjects the student understands well. Teachers benefit too, since AI can automate grading, track progress, and highlight areas that need attention. Beyond schools, AI tutors are available online around the clock, making education more accessible to people worldwide. However, challenges remain, such as data privacy, overdependence on technology, and unequal access in poorer regions. Experts believe the best results will come from combining AI tools with human guidance, ensuring that technology supports rather than replaces teachers. Ultimately, AI has the potential to make education more inclusive, efficient, and personalized than ever before.
The lecture was mainly about artificial intelligence in education. The speaker explained that AI can provide personalized learning and also mentioned that it helps teachers by automating grading and tracking progress. Furthermore, it was highlighted that challenges include privacy issues and unequal access. In summary, the lecture emphasized that AI, combined with human guidance, could make education more effective and inclusive.
Subscribe to Upskill Yours PTE to know more.